friend called me to pull a truck out of him. It was like a half-ton truck in a big field, all mud around it. I'm like, man, there's no way. And this thing pulled it out like nothing. I almost like tipped the truck over, pulling it sideways a little bit. It was, it did. I've brought down quite a few jobs. Like at one time, my friend had a Jeep Cherokee stuck, brought it down all these trails, pulled it out.
I wish I had a little more bigger boots on that.
I put those on there.
Really?
Yeah, no, because when I bought this, the track pads it had were like spalled.
Oh.
And it came with another set of tracks that had a lot of tread, but the chains were garbage. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna change them. I didn't even realize they were half. That one track was this wide, and the other track was this wide.
Huh.
So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna alternate them.
Yeah.
So it didn't look right, but that was a big job changing.
Can you buy this stuff still?
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, this is like a 60. They
made this from 60 to 65.
60, 65.
And then
okay.
before that was a 440 model.
Okay.
Which was pretty different. And then after that was a 350, which was pretty similar to this.
Okay. Just a little.
But this was a big job. I had to torch off every one of these track pads, and every one of them was pressed in because they're tapered bolts.
Yep.
And you had to heat them up You had to heat them up and knock them out with an air chisel. I mean,
wow.
like my dad and I changed these.
Wow.
And it was like a 2-day job just changing those things.
The brakes are just nothing. But you don't. I mean, I got no hills, so.
Well, it won't steer without brakes.
No, I mean, well,
it needs the brakes to steer. The steering clutches in these never work ever.
No, but I mean, the pedals just nothing. The brakes nothing.
I did that steering clutch. It was never quite right after I did it.
So you think I need the brake to work?
I don't know. Let's try running.
All right, let's try running.
See what's wrong. But these rollers are kind of shot. I remember ignoring that. But remember, these are grease fittings.
Yep.
I rebuilt both of these. One time, this blew right apart, and this whole idler fell out of here.
Wow.
And I go stuck on a hill like that. And I had that Nortrac bulldozer at the time too. Then I was trying to do the same job with that, and the tracks fell off that as well. And that was right when I first bought my property where the castle was, and I'm like, I had both of these bulldozers broken on the hill with tracks off of it, and I'm like, these are just complete trash. And then I bought that Hitachi, and then I was able to actually start getting work done.
Yeah.
All right. I rebuilt. That's a brand. Well, it was the other side.
The other side.
It was. I may have done this side too, but these nuts
were missing.
This looks
pretty easy to take apart.
Yeah. It was a new axle, new bearing that had to be pressed into that. And it's not really a bearing; it's more of a bushing.
Okay.
And then bolted all that together, and I welded up. One of these broke. And I maybe I replaced it because I had a parts machine. A guy sold me a parts machine for $400. It was a 1010 loader. He said it seized up 20 years ago. It had been sitting. I went there with this, pulled it out of where it'd been sitting for all those years.
Really?
And pushed it onto the trailer. Yeah, I wish I was videoing stuff back then.
It was cool, right?
Would have been a cool video. One time I did a job demo in this barn, big barn, and the property had this big hole in it in the woods. I loaded it all into F800 with the Hitachi, and this is what pushed everything down. And I spread out the area and then pushed dirt over top of it, all the wood from the barn, and made this site look presentable.
You built this.
I built this whole roof. This was
well,
that was my intention. I was like, oh, let me make a rollover cage, and I put this rebar here.
Yeah, it came out nice.
That cable we used to pull the roller up the other day, I bought that cable right when I bought this bulldozer to pull trees over.
Really?
Because this didn't have enough power to just push a tree over like a bulldozer should.
Right.
So what you do is kind of dig at the stump a little bit, angle the blade, dig at the stump, and then climb up the tree.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
what I would do is pull right up to it, stand on the roof, hook the cable.
Hook the cable
hook
and then
it to the back of this.
Yeah.
And then pull. And you could get trees over.
Yeah.
It just was a time-consuming project.
Wow.
Let's run it.
Yeah. All right.
All right, just gotta turn the gas on. Cables. You almost had it. I think you need a little more throttle.
Do you have your jumper cables?
Nah, it's close to starting. It wouldn't take much to start this.
Do you have them?
Yeah, you need some?
Yeah, I don't have my pickup truck here. I mean, it's a gas motor, so.
I mean, it almost wants to start, unless it's flooded.
It might start. No, hold on. I should get. I wonder if this thing would just start right now.
Yeah, I tried it.
Oh,
Hang on. Well,
these in are short. You might have to. Good quality Walmart jumper cables.
It's
Got it?
seen one of these where the clutches actually work. when I bought
Well, it's got a new motor.
when I bought it, that clutch was slipping. And then I put a clutch in it.
Oh, that thing. Let's see.
And it was kind of better.
Got some wires going on.
Oh, the battery's in there. Is the battery on the seat or under the seat?
I think it's on it.
No. You know, just pull the seat right out of there.
It's connected.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can you just lift it up enough so we can get to the... Oh, yeah, it is part of the seat. That sucks.
It is, but... I mean, it'll come up. We can look in there. Just do it, all right?
It would be nice to stand over it completely, but... It's probably... I'm sure this is adjusted out all the way. I doubt it'd be that simple of a fix.
It'd be cool.
It would be cool. I mean, I think these are just a scam. Like, I don't think the steering clutches ever work in these. The 2010 was the same thing, started slipping.
Same thing?
That was a completely different undercarriage than that, but where I sold both of them and got a cat, and I was like... You pull this, it does two things. The first thing is disengaging the clutch. Then once you get far enough, you can see that's probably this guy here. Then the brake starts getting applied. So right there, that's brake, this is clutch. To make sure this thing's in proper adjustment, we want to make sure this clutch is all the way that way where the clutch is completely in. So let's actually adjust this right here. There's some adjustment there. Let's just pull this right off of here, actually. Oh, is it even? No, it's all the way.
It's all the way?
Yeah, I mean here, let's turn this in quite a bit though and just see what we get out of it. That's going all the way. Let me just go, like, let me do it to the point where you can actually force the lever forward to try to get a little more out of it.
They're hard to do, right?
The clutches just don't work in these. Yeah, I mean, you got to take the track off and take the final drive off, and then you do all the work, and then it still doesn't work. And it's like, I did the, you know, it's like a motorcycle clutch where it's a series of steels and frictions, and it's a dry clutch. So if any oil gets in there, it makes it stop working. And I think I changed all the steels and frictions and pressure plate and made sure I had it adjusted properly, and I put it back together, and it was better, but it wasn't right. I mean, I'm curious what this guy said he did, because he said he just put steering clutches in this, and this
no,
isn't...
he's meant to say the regular clutch.
Oh. No, I heard steering clutches.
Yeah, he said that.
I mean, the steering clutches are bad in this. Like, there's no... You know, like, that would have been... I mean, essentially, it's...
Doesn't sound like I try to pull anything or anything.
Well, yeah, that's what you gotta do with a bulldozer. It's like...
It's in the guy's driveway. That's it. That's...
Well, I mean, it's... Look, I mean, that's in all the way. But you can tell... I was trying to do it like, alright, can I push the clutch forward to make sure the clutch is engaging? But that's Oh, you can see the clutch. Yeah, but it's all covered in oil. There's no way that's gonna work.
Is it really?
Yeah. No, this is supposed to be a dry clutch.
Okay.
And if there's any oil on it, you can see the steering clutch right here. Yeah. All right. Well, sorry for talking you into buying this, but let's put the yeah, and it's got like a big gear on this final go.
Yeah.
That's driven off that clutch. I mean, should we?
I mean, you don't think it will push or anything, or
no, because this side doesn't do anything. You only drive it on the one side. So as soon as you go to do something, it just stops spinning this track.
Right.
I mean, should we try throwing brake cleaner down in there? I don't know.
What's it worth in parts?
You know, I'd almost be pissed at this guy. I mean,
I am, but what am I going to do?
Should have said, like, you know, hey, the steering clutch is bad. It's not worth. This is worth 45 running. It's not running. It needs a steering clutch. So it's like, it's just the scary thing is I've never seen one of these like repairs actually work.
Yeah.
It smells like gear oil in here. This shouldn't. This is all supposed to be dry.
Dry.
It's not supposed to. It's. I wonder if they sell updated clutches for this that are. I mean, is this gonna make oil go away, or is it?
I mean, it should. That was like a full can. There we go.
Yeah, it's bigger than this.
Is it? Oh, I was using this one. the brakes don't work on this, and that's where I am. Try to drive it out here, or I gotta pull it out with a cable. Okay, so we kind of did bulldozer stuff. It works good on level ground, but once you get over a hill and you try to back up, you get pressure on it. This track right here does not want to turn, so that is an issue. The clutches, Andrew and I were working on it, took it apart. Andrew, 12 years ago when he owned this machine, this was the first piece of equipment he ever owned before YouTube days, and he showed me this machine and I bought it. Not so cool that the clutches are saturated in oil, which kind of stinks, but I guess the next video, once I figure out what I need in parts, the next video I guess will be taking this thing apart. I gotta take the track off, mess around that spring, final drive. I guess we will learn together on that one because I never done it before, but luckily Andrew's right up the road, so that's good. But yeah, and I really want to pull some of these logs out of here, and that was the reason for buying this machine. All right, it's getting dark out now. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Really helps, you know, be able to get these projects and do them and keep everything going. So I will catch you guys on the next one.